Oh man, an absolute bloodbath in the crypto market. Is now the time to sell all your altcoins. We're going to break that down. The German government are dumping their Bitcoin. We've got worries about Mt. Gox. This market is super fearful, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I'm doing. I'm in my sling after having shoulder surgery, so I'm having to use my weak hand here on the iPad. So sorry for the setup, but I need to give you guys an update. Regardless if I'm on painkillers or not, you guys know how it is. I'm going to give you the updates as and when it matters. When I went into the surgery room, we were sitting here on Bitcoin at 63,000. Now, as I'm starting to come off some of the meds, I sit here and we look at the price action and we're at 56,000. Is now the time to worry? That's the main question. People have been hitting up my phone saying, guys, what is going on in this market? Like, tell me, like, should we be worried? I'm going to break that down for you. If you appreciate that, if you want to trade with me, ijazzcrypto.com/TG is the very first link in the description. Come trade with us, right? Even while I was in bed, I was trading with one hand, making crazy returns. And that's the power of these crypto markets. Look, guys, the reality is, this market is really fearful. And whenever you see dumps in crypto, you need to understand what is causing those dumps. Not all dumps are created equally. Let me explain. If crypto dumps because, Satoshi comes out of hiding, or, a dead wallet which hasn't moved for a very long time suddenly awakens, or something fundamental about crypto, like it gets hacked or banned in a certain country, then you can have a reason to be a little bit nervous, right? Something fundamentally about Bitcoin or crypto is changing. But what we're seeing here is this. This is one of the main drivers. You guys already know it. You don't need me to walk you through it. You know that the German government seized around 50,000 Bitcoins, about $2.2 billion, and they still hold 1.9 billion at today's prices. So they still have about 32,000 Bitcoins to dump onto the market. Is this a negative catalyst for crypto? We need to understand that. Now, people, and I mean, amateur investors, sometimes the retail investors, unfortunately today, they will classify as red price, bad price equals bad crypto. And unfortunately, that is not what the sophisticated investors will do. What will happen is weeks away from now, in fact, some days even, you're going to get notifications when Bitcoin starts recovering that Michael Saylor bought, that El Salvador bought, that big wallets in Wales were buying. And you're going to sit here like a retail investor going, man, I'm such a dummy. Why was it I'm doing the opposite of what every other smart person is doing? I'm buying when everything is getting greedy up at 72,000 when it's close to all-time highs. And yet now when it comes down to 56, I'm the numpty that's selling at a big pullback. Like, what is wrong with me? How often am I going to do this? I mean, if you take these moves, you can see these are horrible retracements. These are not the things that you guys want to be doing, right? You don't want to be getting yourself into habits of buying at the peak up here, and then a little panic down here, you're now down 23% of your portfolio. The tourists are doing this right now, right? And that's what creates panic in the market. When there's panic, there's liquidations. When there's liquidations, there's selling of Bitcoin. And guess what happens when there's selling of Bitcoin? Price goes down. So you get this cascading domino effect where one domino hits the next domino and they just keep hitting each other. And it feels like there's no stopping. You just get this pullback in price action. But that's just FOMO. You, as a longer term investor, someone who's a little bit smarter, right? Who doesn't need these candles to tell you if it's a good investment or bad investment, zoom out and go, hang on. The German government has seized 50,000 Bitcoin. They don't want to hold Bitcoin, therefore they need to sell it on the market. People inevitably are going to buy the dip and buy this Bitcoin, and eventually price will stabilize. Yes, we may get some lower price points, but has anything fundamentally changed? Has Bitcoin got hacked? Do people suddenly not believe in Bitcoin? Did we not just have the Bitcoin halving? Have we suddenly, stopped the battle against inflation, and at some point we're going to get a rate cut probably this year? Have suddenly all these things changed that we were so bullish about? Have we suddenly not got an ETF? Are we not expecting an Ethereum ETF now because the German government is selling? No. And this is the silly thing about what's going on right now is people need to become rational. We cannot become panic-minded. We cannot become these little, leaves in the wind where, oh, look, news article comes out, we sway this way. News article comes out, we sway this way. You guys got to be a little bit smarter than that. And you guys you've heard all the sayings before, right? Buy in times of fear, right? Buy in times of fear. Oh, what is it? Fear. But how many of us are actually able to exercise that? Because the messages I'm getting on my phone is, I'm too nervy to enter the crypto market. I'm too scared. Should I be selling? Should I be dumping? Should I be getting out? Should I be selling all my altcoins into Bitcoin? The answer is absolutely not. If you're smart about what you're doing, if you've been buying from positions of strength, this will be no problem for you. And if we jump back into the charts, is any of this a real worry? I mean, before I went to my surgery, we spoke about the fact that Bitcoin failed to create the higher high. right? I spoke about it at as high as this candlesticks here when we got rejected at 71,900. And I said, guys, we're curling over. Go watch the videos, guys. Every single day I made a video. Go watch it. It's not me just chatting rubbish. Go watch it. And you can see that I said, guys, this is worrying. We didn't create a higher high. Expect a pullback. And then when we came back to this level here, I said, guys, that's the neckline of an M pattern. Yep, it's an M pattern. An M pattern is a reversal pattern. What happens with reversal patterns? We could be pulling back into our EMA ribbon. Expect some support from the EMA ribbon. So nothing's changed. I said it here that, guys, I'm going to start nibbling. The lower we get into the EMA ribbon, I'm going to nibble some more. And that's all I'm doing. I'm sticking to my game plan. I'm deleting my emotions. And I said, hang on, before the price dumped, before this big weekly drama of dropping 11% on Bitcoin in a week happened, I had a game plan that if Bitcoin fell, I'm going to buy. So now that we have a reason, you change my game plan. Why would I suddenly now freak out and say, oh no, now I'm not going to buy the dip, because it's the German government selling. Who cares? There's a reason for the price to dip. And throughout the history of Bitcoin, it's always had excuses for dipping. Mt. Gox, FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, 3 Hours Capital, COVID, this. There's always some sort of reason this country's banning crypto. Oh, this has happened. Oh, look, Tesla sold their Bitcoin, let's dump. There's always a reason to dump. The question is, what are you going to do when you get these opportunities? Now, coming back into the chart, is it time to panic? Is it time to throw dummies out of the pram? Absolutely not. But when is that moment? Right? It'd be silly for me to sit here and go, oh, this market can continue to dump indefinitely and I'm not going to panic. No, I've got very clear levels on how I feel about this market. Right now, looking at this chart, this is a nice correction, a nice 23+% pullback. Very good, right? And I'm going to nibble. But if we start losing our EMA ribbon, which is 50,000 mark here on the weekly chart, then we have to go, okay, whoa, this is not just a temporary pullback. This is something a little bit more serious here. This is now the market saying, hey, forget your little retest on your EMA ribbon. I want to pull back longer. There's something wrong here. I want to go sideways or maybe down even more. And at that point, I'd have to reevaluate my levels based on the TA and the data out of that time. But for now, EMA ribbon retest, this is something we called from 72,000. Not a surprise. Ready to buy the dip. And of course, who's surprised? All coins are getting decimated, right? Of course, if Bitcoin's falling 11%, doesn't take some genius to go, oh, look, all coins are going to get decimated across the board. But again, where's your conviction? Did your altcoin fall because suddenly something happened with your altcoin overnight? Did it? Or is it falling because, German government, Mt. Gox, market a little bit concerned, Bitcoin starts dumping, oh no, panic, let's get out of crypto. For me, that's buying the fear. For me, that is where I go, hang on, hey, you panicking over there because your portfolio is down a little bit and you're wussing out, give it to me, right? And that's the difference. If you guys can get your mindset around that bit, say, hang on, I invest in a product, in a crypto, in a blockchain, in technology. If something fundamentally goes against my belief of that technology, then I have a reason to panic or sell. If it's just the market going up and down, then that's the market going up and down. Why am I going to panic about that? Right? Why would I freak out about that? Let the market do its thing. And if you can get around that, you're going a big way to becoming a sophisticated investor. And that's what I want from every single one of you. I don't want you to be blown in the wind by these news articles, YouTubers, exposed by these random people. You guys can navigate this market yourself. You don't need someone like me to message you every single day to say, hey, come on, don't panic, you'll be fine. You guys should be able to get used to this. If you've been in crypto for even a little while, you start to understand these are the ebbs and flows of the market, right? So many times crypto has proven people wrong. So many times. Are you going to let it fool you again? Ask yourself that simple question. Hopefully this video was useful for a bunch of you out there. Maybe some of you are doubting your portfolio, just need a little reminder and a lift. If you want to trade with me, because I'm actively trading, make sure you jump into our Telegram group, ejalscrypto.com/TG. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.